So many women are feeling burned out, uninspired, and unfulfilled, but they're afraid to make a move. Let me reassure you, you're not crazy, lazy, or ungrateful. You're evolving. And in this video, I'll share 5 signs it might be time to pivot in your career. Let's dive in. Hi, I'm Farrah Hylton, author of It's Time to Get Your Act Together workbook and coach helping women live their best lives. And if you're looking for a more fulfilling, purposeful life, subscribe to my channel for tips to help you create the life you want. And if you've been wondering if your career still feels right for you, this video's for you. Keep watching. Sign number 1, you're chronically burned out. Burnout isn't just about being tired. It's a full body, mind, and soul exhaustion that leaves you feeling completely wiped out. It's more than the usual tiredness after a busy week. I remember it was somewhere around me hitting 40 that I started to feel like I lost my mojo. I was constantly flat out exhausted. Even the simplest task felt overwhelming. Getting out of bed in the morning became a struggle, and I found myself dreading the day ahead. I tried everything I could think of to fix it. I took vacations, hoping the change of scenery would help. I booked massages, hoping to ease the tension in my body. I even started taking long walks, hoping the fresh air would clear my mind. But nothing, and I mean nothing, seemed to work. No matter what I did, the exhaustion and lack of motivation just lingered. At the time, I didn't realize it, but what I was experiencing was burnout, pure and simple. It wasn't just tiredness. It was a complete mental, emotional, and physical drain. If your energy still feels drained, even after a relaxing weekend or vacation, it's a big red flag you shouldn't ignore. Burnout is often a sign of something deeper, like being out of sync with your purpose, your values, or environment. It's not just about working too much. It's your body and mind's way of yelling, "Hey, slow down and rethink this." Ignoring those signals can lead to serious long-term health issues. Sign number 2, you've outgrown the work. You're good at what you do, maybe even great, but it no longer challenges you. You can do the job with your eyes closed. You're on rinse and repeat mode. If your days feel like you're on autopilot and there's no room to grow, that's a sign. We're built to grow and change. If you've been stuck in the same job for a long time, it's normal to start feeling bored or unchallenged. That lack of excitement can drain your motivation and inspiration, which might even start to impact how you perform at work. But don't worry, this is not a sign that you're not capable or skilled enough. It simply means that you've reached a level of mastery in your current role, and it's time for you to take on new challenges. Staying in a role that no longer excites you is like wearing shoes that no longer fit. It's time to move on and get another pair. Sign number 3, your work no longer aligns with your values. The third sign that it might be time to pivot in your career is when your work no longer aligns with your values. Here's what I mean by that. What you valued 10, 15, 20 years ago might no longer align with your life today. Maybe climbing the corporate ladder used to be your top goal, but now your job feels at odds with what really matters, like maybe reading, journaling, spending time with your friends and family, working on a side hustle, and finding real work-life balance. Maybe you once thrived on a career filled with constant travel, living out of a suitcase and exploring new cities every week. Now you crave the stability of remote work and the comfort of being closer to home, and that's okay. If your work leaves you morally conflicted, it's time to reevaluate. Again, people evolve and change, and so do priorities. You deserve to do work that reflects who you are, not just what you do. Sign number 4, you dread Monday mornings. I remember in my mid-40s, it had gotten to the point where I would cry and basically have panic attacks every single Sunday. Every Sunday afternoon, like clockwork, between 2:45 and 3:30 in the afternoon, this heavy sense of dread would hit me. My mood would take a nosedive, and it felt like a dark cloud just stuck with me for the rest of the day. It left me drained, and my husband and kids could see something was off. But why? Why were Monday mornings so dreadful for me? Because that's when I had to face another week of doing work that I wasn't passionate about, work that didn't align with my values or bring meaning to my life. Think about it. So much of our lives are spent working. Day in and day out, we dedicate the majority of our waking hours to our jobs. To simply go through the motions, feeling unfulfilled and disconnected, can be utterly draining. It's heartbreaking to think about the countless hours, the precious days being spent in misery instead of purpose and passion. Life's too short to settle for work that doesn't light a spark within you or align with the things that truly matter. No, I'm not oblivious to the fact that there are some, okay, a lot of jobs out there that are routine and mundane, but that doesn't mean you can't find meaning and purpose in them. I'll give you an example. Years ago, I watched as a hospital employee received an award for his dedication to cleaning patient rooms. He had done the job meticulously and with a positive attitude for decades. When asked why he approached his work with such enthusiasm, his response was profound. My job's important. I help prevent the spread of disease in the hospital, and if I don't do it well, lives are at risk. Think of all the babies, the pregnant women, and elderly patients who come here. I couldn't bear the thought of them leaving with an illness because I didn't do my job properly. Now, when I heard that, it struck me. I was unhappy because I couldn't see how my job truly impacted anyone else's life. For me, it was just a way to make ends meet, but for him, it was meaningful, purposeful work. He woke up every day with a clear sense of purpose. Listen, everyone gets the Sunday scaries now and then. But if that dread hits you every week, feels overwhelming, or just won't go away, your body and mind might be trying to tell you something. Work doesn't have to feel like joy every day, but it shouldn't feel like survival. Sign number 5, you're fantasizing about doing something else. If you're constantly thinking about launching a business, switching careers, or doing something more meaningful, pay attention. That daydream, that what if, it's not just wishful thinking. It's your body telling you it's ready to start the next chapter. I think the last 3 to 5 years for me have been the most challenging with daydreaming. I chalked it up to perimenopause, mom life, brain fog, and hormones. But now I can clearly see it was a sign that my creativity was sparking and ready to just be unleashed. Ever since I was 5, I've known I wanted to be a writer. From creating fictional stories and writing songs to crafting jingles, it's always been my passion. I even keep a drawer filled with the soap operas and short stories and novels and outlines and songs that I wrote as a child. Writing feels like my calling, my purpose, the reason I'm here. The movies, TV shows, and people I admire most share one thing. They're writers. And that's no coincidence. Writing is a part of me, woven into everything I do. And lately, I've been daydreaming more about becoming a writer. It's like a clock ticking louder and louder in my mind, impossible to ignore. I know I need to take action, even small steps, to fulfill this urge. That's why I started my blog, and I've even started writing stories again. So if you find yourself constantly thinking about doing something else, even while you're working, spending your days and nights researching, reflecting, and discussing it with friends and family, then it's time. The moment for change is here. And I couldn't be more excited for you. To summarize, you might be ready for a career pivot if you're constantly feeling burned out, your work no longer challenges or excites you, your values no longer align with your job, you dread the start of every week, and you often find yourself daydreaming about a different path. If any of these hit home for you, it's time to explore new opportunities. Be sure to watch my video on starting a new career. It's packed with practical tips to help you begin your journey. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might need this encouragement too. Lastly, let me know in the comments which sign resonated with you most. Until next time, cheers to new beginnings.